Hey everybody, it is Mr. Fussell from Business 101. Today we're going to be going over the elements of the marketing mix for GCSE AQA. Price often influences purchasing decisions, so getting it right is important. Set the price too high and consumers will not purchase. Set it too low and there is a risk that the business will make losses. So the marketing mix is made up of the 4 P's: product, price, place, and promotion. It is a marketing tool used to attract customers to a business, and all 4 elements should be carefully considered in order for a business to be effective. The right marketing mix should work well together, and each element of the marketing mix should complement the rest. For example, the type of promotion will be applicable to the product being sold by a business. The most effective marketing mixes constantly adapt to the ever-changing business environment. This could mean a business adapting their price, adopting new types of promotion, updating their product, or changing distribution channels as required. Each business has a different marketing mix. The choice of marketing mix will depend on the product, the competitors' products, the target customers, and the business's overall generic approach. So let's start off with product. The product element refers to the products or services the business sells. Product development is when developing a new product, the business needs to think about the design, the price, the expected sales, and the cost of development and production. Businesses need to change its products to keep up with changes in customer needs. The stages of product development are generating an idea, checking the idea, developing the product, trialing the product, and launching the product. Businesses need to stand out from their competitors. This is known as product differentiation. This can be done by building brand image, so advertising, celebrity endorsements, its logo, that sort of stuff, and also having a USP, otherwise known as a unique selling point. So this is something that this product or service has that no other rival do as good as them or at all. Now we come to product portfolio. So as businesses grow, so does the range of products that they sell. This collection of products is called a product portfolio. Businesses can manage their portfolio using the Boston Matrix. There are 4 categories on the Boston Matrix, which measures a product in terms of its market share and market growth. Star: these products have high market share in a fast growth market. Cash cows: these products have high market share in a low growth market. Question marks: these products have a low market share in a fast growth market. And dogs: these products have a low market share in a low growth market. Most businesses will have all 4 of these, but the ones they mainly want to be hitting are cash cows and stars. Now let's move on to the product life cycle. So the product life cycle shows the sales of a product from its development to its decline. There are 5 stages of the product life cycle. Development: during this stage, the product is being designed and tested. Costs are high, but there are no sales, so therefore no revenue. Introduction: so this is the launch of the product. The business spends money on promotion and starts to make sales and therefore revenue. Growth: during this stage, the product is becoming much more successful and sales increase rapidly. Maturity: as the product reaches maturity, sales of the product begin to slow down. And decline: so during this phase of the product life cycle, sales will start to fall. The business needs to decide whether to invest money to try and boost sales or to remove the product from sale. Which brings us to extension strategies. So to prevent a product going into decline, a business can use an extension strategy. So there are lots of possibilities for extension, including reducing the price to make it more, to try and increase the demand by lowering the price, advertising, new packaging, and new features. So new features could re-incentivize interest in the product, for example. Now we can move on to price. Price is the amount a business charges its customers for its product or service. Prices are set according to how how much a customer is willing and able to pay. Customers want value for money, and this may mean a business needs to set low prices to generate high levels of sales. Price and demand. So for most products, an increase in price will lead to a decrease in demand. However, a strong unique selling point, otherwise known as USP, or brand image, can mean that demand isn't strongly affected by changes to the price. And this isn't always the case. If we look at an example of diamond rings, if you're setting a low price for diamond rings, that might actually decrease the demand because people might think there's something dodgy about this product or brand. And therefore, because when you think of a diamond ring, you think of expensive costs, and when you see one at a ridiculously low price, you don't trust it. So normally that does not increase demand for products like that are of such a high quality nature. But in general, as price goes up, demand decreases. That's the general rule for most products. So let's talk about pricing methods now, shall we? So companies can use different pricing methods depending on the product or service they're selling. There are 5 main strategies that businesses can use for this. This is price skimming, so start with a high price and then reduce that price over time. Price penetration, so starting with a low price and increasing it over time. Competitive pricing, so setting a similar price to your competitors. Loss leader or loss leading. This is where you sell one product at a loss, so a customer has to buy additional products that will generate profit. So an example of this would be PS5s being sold at a loss or at a break-even point, and then essentially charging a little bit extra on the games. So for example, with this new generation of PlayStation games, the price of a game has gone from £60 for the average AAA game to £70. So this is how they're recovering costs. And finally, cost plus. So working out the most of making a product and then adding on a percentage to that. So there are several factors that influence price. Number 1 is costs. So depending on the cost of making the product, the price will need to be set to ensure they make a profit. So the price reflects the costs and then adds some, essentially. Demand. If demand is low, a business may have to lower their prices to encourage people to buy the product. Degree of competition. So a business may need to reduce its prices to compete with other businesses, and the more competition you have, the lower your prices may need to go. Product life cycle. A business may charge a different price depending on the stage of the product life cycle. And brand image. So some products can have a higher price because customers perceive the business's brand as desirable. So now we can move on to place. Place refers to the channels of distribution used to get the products from the producer to the final customer. The channel of distribution can include producers, This is the maker of the product or service. Wholesalers, these businesses buy products and sell them in smaller quantities to retailers. And retailers, these are the shops that sell goods and services to the final customer. Distribution channels can be set up in a number of ways: producer to customer, producer to wholesaler to customer, and also producer to wholesaler to retailer to customer. Other distribution channels include mail order businesses. So these do not have any stores. Instead, they send catalogs to customers who can then place orders. Some businesses sell their products over the telephone. This is known as telesales. Customers can phone to the business to place an order. Or the business can call potential customers to try and convince them to buy them. And also, some businesses do sell their products on a website using e-commerce. Some sell via mobile phones, which is known as m-commerce. So e-commerce and m-commerce, exceedingly popular in the current times. And also promotion. So promotion is the methods a business uses to communicate information about its products and services among its customers and potential customers. The main aim of promotion is to either persuade customers to purchase or inform them about products that they were not aware of before, that they may have already wanted to purchase but just didn't know they existed. So promotion includes advertising, sales promotion, public relations, and personal selling. These are all types of promotion. If we go into advertising in a bit more detail, I can tell you that there are a number of different advertising methods that businesses can use, and these mainly include social media, online presence, television, newspapers, magazines, billboards, and radio. And there are other methods to advertise as well, but these are the sort of main ones people and businesses will tend to use. The most effective, overarching, biggest amount of consumer hitting ways that people advertise. And then, of course, we have public relations. So a business can use public relations to increase awareness of the business and its products. This is usually through media coverage, such as for the opening of a new store or launch of a new product. And sales promotion. So these strategies are used by a business to increase sales in the short term. Sales promotion techniques include discounts, buy one get one free, competitions and coupons, point of sales displays, free gifts, and free samples. These are normally things businesses will do in store to encourage people to buy products that they weren't intending to pick up whilst they were in the store that day, but since they're on sale or since they got this amazing offer on or blah blah blah, they'll pick them up whilst they're there. This is what sales promotion is mainly intended to capture. And then, of course, we have sponsorship. So businesses can increase the profile of the business by sponsoring sporting events. So sports teams or television programs or even entire stadiums can be sponsored by businesses. So let's talk about social media and how important social media is for businesses. So social media can be used by businesses to promote their products and services. This is a cheap way to communicate with their customers about new products or special offers, and could be used to take customers to their website. And then we also have personal selling. So a business will use a mix of different promotion methods to increase its sales. Its chosen method will depend on the type of product or service on offer, competitors' actions, the target market, the relative costs of the different methods, and the size of the budget the business has. This is often referred to as the promotional mix for a business. The term competitive environment refers to the pressure placed on a business by its competitors. Businesses that operate in a mass market have a tough competitive environment, as there are many other businesses offering very similar products and services. This means that if a business charges too much, then its customers will go elsewhere. An example of a business that operates in a mass market is the fast food industry. Businesses adapt their marketing mix to try to convince customers that their product is better than the products of their competition. The aim of these adaptations is to gain a competitive advantage. They can do this by offering a product or service that fills a gap in the market, offering better sales promotions such as buy one get one free, or online discount codes or cashback. Also, there is creating, obviously, their USP, which we've spoken about before, and developing relationships with existing customers to make them more likely to buy again. So this is talking about customer service, essentially. So if we talk about technology now and how big an impact that has on businesses, so technological advances create many opportunities for businesses. This means that a business's promotional mix may need to change to enable it to interact with its customers through increasingly popular technologies, such as online messaging and digital advertising methods. The use of social media has changed how much many businesses spend on traditional promotional activities and on advertising in other media types. So sponsorship and influencers on social media are commonly used as a means of promoting products and services. Examples of ways businesses may adapt to advances and trends in technology include increasing the use of e-commerce and m-commerce in businesses, the use of digital media to promote products and maintain consumer interest, changes to a product's design to incorporate new technologies, reduction of prices because of more efficient production methods, and introduction of more competitive pricing because of easy access to price comparisons across retailers. And with that being said, that's today's lesson over. Please like and subscribe. Any other questions, please leave them in the comments. Goodbye, everybody.